It's pretty strange. Before I go any further in this video, I want you to take a look at some of the places that we've been this past year and met a lot of wonderful people. And of course, many of you who are not, you call it religious, we call it the faith. That may not be familiar with me. Before you start going off on the deep end, I'm going to give you an opportunity to let you see my family, let you see that there's not a racist bone in anyone that is associated or affiliated with the Straightway Truth Ministry, whether it be in the United States or across the world. And this needs to be said because what I'm getting ready to say is going to be thought-provoking, but it's going to be the truth. And I hope that you will think, because my intent is not to offend, but it's to stimulate, And I want you to first take a look at my family here first, all right? Now comes a thought-provoking thought here. Whether we like it or not, it is a fact that, and we use the term racism, and I think we really need to go back and define the term racism, the word racism, and really look at the etymology of that word. Now, I want you to listen to me very closely because I'm going to be speaking intelligently here, okay? I just want you to consider what I'm saying, the facts. And let's put this thing out on the table here. Want to stimulate thought too. But we need intelligent dialogue. That's what we need. We don't need people who's bitter, angry, vindictive, vengeful, grudgeful, and all the other stuff. We're trying to have an intelligent conversation in this video, as well as the video responses and the replies. Now, I just heard a very interesting take. And I'm going to put the video link down here at the bottom so you'll know where I'm coming from. Now, I don't agree with this reporter whatsoever at all. You can hear it in his voice. How he's a liberal and he's just flat out. And I don't mean liberal, again, in a negative way. Because I'm neither a conservative or liberal. I have things I'm pretty liberal on. I have things I'm conservative on. I'm a man of faith. But you can hear that this guy is against guns. You can hear it in his voice. He don't even have to say it. You know, this is the hypocrisy that we have today. You can sit back and grandstand and stage play and act one way and call it unbiased reporting. But you can still hear the spirit in the inflection in the voice, and you can if you are a skilled listener. Did you hear what I said? Did y'all hear what I just said? I said, if you are listen to me, skilled listener, and I'm a very skilled listener. If you're a skilled listener, you can hear the thought and the intent of someone's heart. You can hear it, you can't miss it. But they brought up a very interesting subject, and I'm going to add a little bit more into it myself from things that I know, speaking facts. But I need for you to intelligently listen to me. Don't bring your racist. If you're racist, just go ahead and turn the dial. If you're discriminative, just go ahead and turn the dial. We don't need you in this conversation whatsoever because you're going to get offended. But I want to state the facts, all right? The facts is that there's been 30-something of these mass murder killings taking place in the United States of America. Probably more, but we're talking about mass ones. And only one of them was carried out by a female. And I remember this guy had a young boy, and his name was Mao or something like that. And they were in D.C., called him D.C. Sniper. And they were shooting people out the back of a trunk of a car. Now, that was two black men. All right. But in the cases of these mass murders, it's middle class white men that are committing the mass murders. That's facts laid out on the table. Now listen to this. Listen to me real close. Everybody is all stirred up now about guns. And of course, that's part of the media, and that's part of the powers that be, is to jump out front and sway public opinion and deflect. You know, it's an art of deflection. Deflect everybody from the real issue and stick it on something else. And blow it up other than what it really truly is. Now, the truth is, before you can begin to to understand what I'm getting ready to say, watch this. Suppose that this shooter, all right, was a man about my color. He was a Muslim and wore a turban on his head. Here in America, would the news media, would the law enforcement officials, would they be making a big old stink about this story? Would they be attacking guns, or would they be attacking the brown-skinned man that has a turban on his head that professes to be a Muslim? You be the judge. You be the judge. I'm gonna tell you what they would do. They would attack the Muslim and call it a terrorist attack. That's what they would do. And watch this. If it was a black man, the gun wouldn't even be the issue. They would go after the black man. But listen to this now. But because these mass murders are being, done by white men, they don't finger the middle class white man and how chaotically insane and full of demonic spirits that they are. They put the finger on the gun. And now they got the whole nation in an uproar over gun control. And everybody that's in the news media seems to be buying this and playing the game, because you see, if it was a brown-skinned man that wore a turban on his head and he was a Muslim, Fox News would be all over this. I mean, like a fly does on stink. I mean, they would be all over. There would be no rest. And I mean, you can just see it now. You can see it now. And CNN would be all over. And I mean, all over if it was the black man that went in there and had a mass murder and killed all these white children. Oh, it would cause a firestorm all across this land. But I suggest to you, simply because of white privilege here in this country, that it is in the powers that be best interest to deflect the responsibility, simply because it is a fact that it is white middle class males that are committing these mass murders. And every single time in this country, they blame it on the guns. And I done a video earlier stating to you and showing you that a gun just will not jump off this desk and shoot and kill me. I gave it commands and everything. But anyway, there's a link below right here. And there's this lady by the name of Meghan Murphy. And Feminist Current. I think it's the name of her magazines or whatever it is. But I tell you what, she does an excellent job at bringing out the facts. And I think we ought to hear what they say, and I'll tell you the reason why. Because, you see, I believe that the powers that be are doing whatever they can to conquer and divide. I think that they are trying to pit the white man against the black man against the white man, the Christians against the Muslims against the Christians, anybody of different religions, anybody who is totally different. I think that they're using all of this to spurn even more division while they're unified and together. And I think that we need a defibrillator on our minds to be able to see through the smoke screen to see what they're doing. They are trying their best to make sure that they start a race war in this country. And still the white man in this country outnumbers everybody. And I noticed that this reporter right here has a concern with white men being the minority in the next generation. Why is that a concern? I don't know. I don't know what's in the heart of these people. I have not spent enough time to do the research to find out why they talk like this and why they speak certain ways. But I think that is something that we all need to think about. And I know, you see, if you're black, you're going to pick up on this, and you're going to notice that you know, if it was a black man, this story would have been slanted different. But since it's a white man, we blame shift, and we put, you know, all the time, the effort, and the energy on guns, and we want the Congress to do something about guns rather than doing something about these psychotic white men that are actually going out committing mass murders. Because if this was a Muslim man that was an American citizen, oh boy, he and his whole, can't you see what the firestorm would be right now? I mean, really, truly, let's open up our eyes and see. I'm a man of truth. I really, truly am. I'm a man of truth. I know many of you don't know me, but I am a man of truth. And I'm a pastor. It's no secret about it. And I diligently search them scriptures for truth, and I stand for the truth. And I make no apologies about standing for the truth. But I really, truly think that we as the public, we need to stop being so naive and allow our opinion to be so easily swayed just because the news media is out there in mass working for the powers that be, doing everything they can to control the thought patterns and incensing and enraging people and causing them to avoid and dodge the real true issues here. I think it's a very good interview. I really truly don't care too much for the reporter of RT. And RT has really truly done lost all my respect, considering that they just went along with this. You know, it's amazing. See, now RT, anytime it has something to do with exposing America and their shortcomings and stuff, oh, they jump right on it. But it's amazing. You know, RT is Russian television. And if you know Russia, you know that their citizens are disarmed. And if you know China, their citizens are disarmed. And since it's RT, and these are both communist nations, Russia and China, it only stands just in selective deduction of just a man using his mind, using his brain. It only stands to reason that they are pushing the news sources, the news media, the powers that be, whoever the moving shakers are behind that scene. They're pushing the American Congress, the American people, to do whatever they can to try to disarm the American citizens. Because you know what? America is the last staple of freedom in the whole entire world. And if we lose our guns, if we lose them, we're in some serious trouble. But I want you to go down and give a critical ear to this video. And if she's not telling the truth, state where she's not telling the truth. But I just think it's something. And then I looked at this so-called medical examiner. I mean, man, it's just so staged. It's just so, I don't know. I tell you what. But I do know one thing. I'm not concerned about the news media. I'm not concerned about the news media because they're doing what they were created to do. I'm mostly concerned about the general public and trying to get them to understand and see that they're trying to keep us divided and not united. I hope that you have ears to hear. I really, truly do.